It's Monday, September 18th. Just coming out for the evening hunt. Got out of work, ran down here to my spot. A little bit cooler than Saturday evening, so that should be good. We're not sweating as much, and there's also a little bit of breeze. We got back in here. I'm up in the same tree, so we'll see what happens. You can't kill them if you're not in the woods, so figured I'd jump out here real quick and get a little bit of time up in the tree, and maybe we'll get lucky and put one down and get some meat in the freezer. Alright, just ending the hunt up here. It's getting dark on us, so that'll be it for today. Did not see a thing, not even a squirrel. It was very quiet tonight. Alright, we're back at it here for an evening hunt. It's my father and I tonight. On the way in, saw a couple deer moving along when we came in. We didn't really spook them at all. We caught them in time, and we just stood still, and they slowly made their way out of the area that we want to hunt tonight. So don't think we spooked them. Tonight we have my father. He's back behind me here, probably about 50 yards. I can't see him. It's pretty thick in this area, so hopefully he can see something, or I can see something tonight. Alright, so just got the phone call. My dad, he's over here 50 yards from me. He just shot a big buck, he said, 8 or 10 point, out past his ears. I saw the deer run past me. He's not too comfortable with the shot though, a little high and back. So we're gonna give it lots of time here, the rest of the evening. Probably 2 or 3 hours here, and then we're gonna go look for it. It's a little bit earlier than usual and you would get out, but we wanna get down, at least try to find a blood trail, not track it so much, but find it here before it gets real dark on us. See what the blood's like, see if we can find an arrow. That's the only thing we saw tonight, is that buck that my dad shot. So it's been another quiet night, but at least we got an arrow in one, and fingers crossed, hopefully we can find it. That's the main goal. That is the worst feeling in the world, when you don't find it. So hopefully when next time I see you, we got it and it's good news. Alright, so as you can see, there is no video of a deer or a buck that we got for Dad last night. From the time we shot it to the time we started tracking it was about, I don't know, I'd say about 3 hours. So we started tracking it. We didn't find any blood for about 50 yards, and then we started finding little tiny drops of blood. That lasted for maybe 80 yards, and within that 80 yards there wasn't a whole lot of blood, there was just a little bit. And we did find his arrow, and by looking at the arrow, it looked like that the arrow itself only penetrated 7 to 8 inches, so not very much at all. So we tracked that, and once we couldn't find any more blood, we did tons of circles around the property. Pretty much went all over the property. It's a small piece of property, about 20 acres, and we just went everywhere that deer could have been. Circled it, did squares around it, everything, and couldn't find it. So we didn't find the buck. That deer's probably still moving around, which is a good thing, but it still doesn't change the feelings that you have after that. You're kicking yourself that you didn't put a better shot on it as a sportsman, but then you also feel for that deer, and you just hope and you pray that it made it through and it's still out running around. Alright, good morning. It's a Saturday morning right now. We're out nice and early today. It's about 5 o'clock, so we like to get into this spot pretty early, because we got bedding areas about 300-400 yards. By the time it's light, they're pretty comfortable moving around, so hopefully we get to see something, we get some action. Alright, getting ready to get down out of my tree stand here for the morning. Thought I'd get on here, give you a quick update on what happened this morning. And I'll be quick, nothing happened. Just the way hunting goes. Alright, we're back at it here. It is a Monday afternoon, or Monday evening. Actually switched the tree up a little bit here. Hopefully we get some good luck and things turn around and we get to shoot some deer tonight. Alright, just coming back to you here after our evening hunt. It was slow, it was warm, maybe a little disappointed, thought I'd have some meat in the freezer by now, hunting down here in this area, but we'll keep our heads high, and we'll get back at it. Alright, we're back at it. You can tell there is no video, so that means no deer for me. Now my dad, on the other hand, got a text from him probably 30 minutes ago saying he did get a doe. He was down at his deer already. Hopefully later tonight we can catch some video of it. So I forgot to get the camera out when we got the deer unloaded. We wanted to make sure we got this deer skinned out, quartered out, and on ice right away. Like I said earlier, it is very warm out, probably low 80s right now. So we wanted to make sure the deer didn't spoil and get the meat cooled down. So forgot to get the camera out in a hurry. Inside this cooler, you can see it right here. We got quarters in there, and any meat that we could debone, tenderloins and the back straps and whatnot is all sitting in there. Tell us what you saw tonight and what happened.
Well, I got in the stand. It was probably about 4:30. It wasn't too long. I had a doe come in behind me. She was back there for a little bit. I thought it was a small one. I let it go. It wasn't too long. I seen another one shoot by at about 70 yards. Just through an opening. Too far. I just left it go. And shortly after that, and then I seen two more come out. And they worked their way over to me, but it's like they came in on a string. They come in straight to me, never presented a good shot, so I just let them go. They walked directly under my tree stand. I probably had them there for about 30 minutes. They moved it back out again to about 15 yards, and they kept looking back, and when they were looking back, I happened to look over my shoulder, and here comes another deer. It was a spike buck. Of course, spikes are not legal in the state for an adult hunter, so I wasn't too interested in shooting that anyway. So they went out to about 15-20 yards, and they presented a shot to me at broadside shot, so I thought I'll take it, and so I took it, and that's the end of it.
All right, there you go. So sounds like we know who should have the camera, so we can get something interesting on film. So I really haven't seen anything, so the film isn't all that interesting, but we are shooting deer and we are seeing deer, and we know there's deer in there. So we'll be back at it later in the week. Probably not tomorrow and not Thursday, but possibly Friday night, and then Saturday actually opens up statewide, so we'll be able to hunt a little closer to home. So we'll probably try out a new set of woods and see what's there, and we'll talk to you later.